I'm for hire, I'm a seller, I'm a buyer. Conversations with me in my lounge as we scream. You know me, my Morgan, subject boy, follow him. I'm the comic man. I'm the comic man.
No. Hello, true believers. Welcome back. It's time again. It's Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, so it's time again for another episode of Comic Conversations. I don't know. We got the assault of the 60-foot woman, which leads me to a question. Would you date a woman that was 60 feet tall if she looked like that? I don't know. It'd probably be tough to find anywhere to go out to dinner. Have to stay. I don't know. You have to eat outside a lot, right? Anyway, I got a good guest tonight. It's a guy I met him a few months ago. He was on a Comic Vet show every one night, and you've seen him on the Comic Lounge several times. And we'll bring him in right after this.
It's showtime.
Hey, we got Brian Barrick all the way from Keystone State, Pennsylvania. My neighbor one of my neighbors to the north, up a little bit far away from me, but not that far away. Not like he's not in Saskatchewan or anything, up in Canada or anything. But I appreciate you being here, Brian. And
no problem.
I don't know. So this show I got a couple of general questions I ask. We usually just talk about kind of like what we were doing backstage. We were talking about Carrie Fisher and Star Wars and whatever we feel like talking about, movies, wrestling, sports. I don't care. If you want to talk about taking the transmission out of a 69 Camaro, I don't know anything about it, but maybe I can learn something.
I'd be lost.
We probably won't be talking about anything like that. I guess the one thing I always ask everybody is like, when did you start like collecting stuff like this when you were younger, or like were you always been reading comics, or did it happen a little bit later on?
Well, growing up, I had a rough time reading, and my first set of comic books came in a 3-pack, and my grandparents took me to a flea market. And you guys remember Buck Rogers from the 70s?
Yeah, I used to love that show. Aaron Gray.
Yeah, and they had a series in comics, and in the 3-pack was the first issue from the Buck Rogers series.
Oh,
and,
cool.
It had an Avengers, which I can't remember, and the other one was a Bugs Bunny. And my grandfather was into comics every once in a while. He liked Superman and Looney Tunes and stuff like that. And so I took the Buck Rogers and the Avengers, and he took the Looney Tunes.
Oh, cool. I remember those packs. I remember there was one, I think they had like the first 3 issues of Battlestar Galactica or something in it, and it was like, and they'd sell them at the grocery stores.
This was a guy who did in the flea market business. He made his own 3-packs. He would buy comics by book and just put 3 in a pack. And I think back then it was like 50 cents.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember, like, I guess the ones I was thinking of, like the Whitman ones. They'd have like, they would put like, I think 3 comics or something. Like, hey, you want like a starter kit for what to read? Yeah,
they did that for Star Wars and a couple other ones.
Yeah, and especially like our we're probably around the same age. I'm 49.
53.
There, so we're not that far off. So we're about the same. We kind of grew up at the same time. Like we had all the. It was at the right time. You know what I mean? Like you had Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers in the 25th century, Star Wars. Raiders of the Lost Ark. All that stuff came out around the same time. Flash Gordon, and I tried to look for some of those old Flash Gordon toys. They don't. If you find any, good luck. They didn't make many of them.
When it comes to toys from that time period, man, like the Battlestar Galactica ones, getting them in even good shape loose, you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah. Or the Buck Rogers ones. I remember like the. I used to have the little robot, or whatever his name was. Twinkie.
I have one around here somewhere. It's probably in a box in the attic.
But they had the fighter jet, or not the fighter, the spider spaceships. from Battlestar. I think they were kind of like a reddish maroon color or something.
Yeah.
And I used to have one, and I had like a Xylon, which was cool as hell, but I didn't. You know how it is when you're young, you play that stuff. They usually get sacrificed. We used to have big combat. I had the G.I. Joe and Transformers would team up against the Decepticons and Skeletor and all of them or something, and Cobra. So some of them got lost in somebody had some casualties of war. They're probably still buried in my dad's yard.
If I had all the toys in card and in box from back then, now you can freaking retire.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I had the Jabba's Lair, Jabba's Band. I had the not Tatooine. They didn't have that one. Not Tatooine. Dagobah. Remember, like Yoda's little house.
Yep.
And I had the Death Star, the Ewok Village, all that. Like some of it got given away or yard sales or whatever happens to stuff. But I remember, I guess my first experience was like the grocery store, like I said, Whitman or like the Archie Digest. They'd always have them at the checkout aisle.
Yeah.
And then my dad would bring stuff back when he was in National Guard when he'd go away for like 2 or 3 weeks. So
I was lucky. Where we lived, less than a block away, was a convenience store. I mean, one of the back then where you can walk in, they would make lunches and dinners. You can buy trading cards, candy, ice cream. They even had like 2 tables in the back. And the women that worked there, they always like traded cards and all that, like baseball, football, kind of stuff like that. And I got into non-sports cards back then with Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. And we would trade. And as soon as they found out I wanted comics, because they had a magazine rack where they would have like 2 rows of comics, that I got to know the guy that was delivering them, that if I missed something, I was to let him know and he'd bring it back. Because that's how I got started on G.I. Joe. I got issue 2, and then I was like, oh, I want issue 1. And he brought it back. So
yeah. Well, that's cool. Hey, it's good to know something like that. Like I didn't really know as a kid. Like now we had the convenience store, and also like, you remember the old drugstores, how they used to have like a lunch counter?
Yeah.
You can go in there and get a tuna sandwich or whatever, or like a hamburger. Well, we had like one of those, and you go in there and you can get like a cheeseburger. My mom had a gift shop like a half a block away from it. So it was perfect. There was a video rental store next door to Mom's store. And then there was a hamburger place, but then there was also like 2 or 3 drugstores within walking distance. There was one called the Floco drugstore. And they had one called Morgan Drugstore, which that's my last name, but no relation.
Yeah.
And Ferris Drugstore. And all of them had a comic rack. Now we had a 7-Eleven down there. It was probably about 2 blocks away. So, they had comic racks and magazine racks full of stuff, though. And so I'd go there and get a Detective Comics or something, and then. But anyway, what else do you? Is that so? You said the first thing you started reading like Buck Rogers, and G.I. Joe and stuff like that.
My thing was I was always into like the team books, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Justice League, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, Star Wars.
Yeah, me too. Really.
When it came to single character books, I mostly read like Captain America, Iron Man back in like the 80s and stuff like that. Then when Punisher and Wolverine came out, yeah, I read a couple of them. I was more Marvel than DC back then, but basically where I was, I mean, my first comic book store I didn't see till I was about 15 years old.
Me, I didn't see one until I was probably 18, maybe 17.
And I had to walk about 3 miles to get to it because my mom was like, why are you spending your money on that junk? I'm not taking it. I'd go cash my paycheck from work and walk, and got to know the guy. And first time I ever had a box. So
that's cool. What was you remember the name of the place? What was the name of it?
Oh God, no! That was so long ago. The place where it used to be no longer even exists anymore. It burnt down years ago.
Wow. Well, like I think the first time I saw one was like we didn't really get into it. It was like by the time like I saw a comic shop that was anywhere in driving distance was when like after Spider-Man #1 came out, Todd McFarlane, and it was everything started heating up. We had X-Men 1 kind of came out later, and X-Force 1, and then Spawn. So I guess it might have been actually when Image came out. So everybody's after the death of Superman thing, and everybody's getting into speculation. That's like I guess the first speculation boom that kind of burst.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I kind of have a bad feeling we're headed for one again.
People were pissed about that. You're going to kill Superman? Really? Yeah, a lot of people were upset.
Yeah, it was on like ABC, NBC. Like they're killing Superman, and but all those people that grew up reading comics said, well, they've killed a lot of people. Most of them come back, so I'm not worried. They're not going to take Superman out like forever.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, the comic shop I had at that time, they were limited everybody to 2 copies of that. I mean, they ordered a lot.
My uncle Jimmy was a big collector, see, and he would like cards and everything. Mm-hmm. So anything it might be something like that. He bought like I bet you 20 copies of it. Gave me and my cousin each a few copies of it in a little poly bag, and then the special edition for the trade. Remember they had the one that had the trade paperback in it, and it had like a Action Comics #1 and a poster in it and all that, and the black armband. We used to we'd wear the black armbands around the neighborhood.
Probably still got 1 or 2 of them still sealed.
Yeah, I probably do too. I got the white one too, like the other one they had that came out. Yeah. But it was a big deal. Like I remember that in the reign of the Superman, like we were talking about, the other thing was like a pretty big deal too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but like it kind of went downhill, I guess. But like I got more into like I don't know I don't know if it was like that for you in high school. I'll ask you that, but like at some point you kind of kept it back when we were growing up. You kept it kind of on the down low because you didn't want the girls to know you read comic books. I mean,
I still collected. I mean,
I did too.
When I turned about 14, I stopped opening my figures and toys and stuff like that. But you'd still go to Toys R Us and AB Toys back then. You'd pick them up. I was living with my grandparents most of the time because my mom worked so much. And you'd buy it, you look at it for a while, it ended up in a box or on a shelf somewhere. And comics, I mean, I was still buying regularly. I mean, back then I probably had about 12 titles I was buying monthly. So, I mean, the place I lived in, I was mostly in the country. I mean, I lived outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is the state capital of Pennsylvania, in a town called Marysville. And I mean, it was still a lot of farms. I mean, town was town, and where I live now is even worse. Where I live in the mountains, where the town I live in is one road that goes through town. That's it. So, I mean, I knew I wasn't the only one collecting comics and stuff like that because I was a volunteer firefighter at the time, and one of my friends, we were trading comic books all the time, and he was older than I was. So, I mean, when I started dating my wife in high school, back when Transformers did like the action collection, the 12-inch figures with the clothing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They were buying that stuff for me for my birthday, Christmas, stuff like that. They were going to Toys R Us. They were actually ordering that stuff from J.C. Penney's. So, yeah.
I'm going to put your channel link in the chat so everybody can, if you're not subscribed, there you go. Please give them a subscription.
Yeah, last time I checked, I think I had 102 subs. I'm still waiting for Cliff to get a hold of me so I can send him his stuff out because he won the giveaway. And so
you got 124. I mean, 104 now. I mean,
cool.
You got 104.
Got Big Jeff's video coming out in the morning. Aaron's will probably be either Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, well, we got to hit it off right away. I think I came on and we kind of do the trading thing every now and then, and hey, there's Jeff right there. Hey, Jeff. But yeah, I kind of fell out for a while. So did you always do it? So you always kind of,
About 2016, I stopped for a while. I mean, I was in the process of buying a new house, and I was just like, I had a room smaller than I have now for my collectibles. I use this for where I do eBay and all my stuff. And I was like, I'm just done for now. I took probably about 85% of my comics and I just sold them. Same thing with the toys. I mean, at that time, I still had probably 26 vintage Star Wars figures still carded. And I took them to the one dealer and he's like, yeah, I'll take them. And I basically used it to, my wife likes to brag about it. I used it to put a down payment on the house we were buying. So, I mean, I did pretty good. And then when we moved up here about 3 years ago, I was like, I've been going to Ollie's at that time. We buy the trade paperbacks and the comic packs, and I'm slowly getting a couple comics here and there. And I was like, that's it. I'm going back into comics. I mean, right now figures are like ridiculous in price, so I'm very selective of what I buy. I got rid of most of my Star Wars Black Series. I think I got like 12 figures left. I downsized a lot of the Marvel Legends. I kept what I wanted. I mean, how many Captain America figures do you need?
That's true. I mean, honestly, you only need a one or maybe two.
Yeah, I think I got the zombie Cap and the one from the original Avengers. I got like 2 Iron Man, and like my latest one was one of the 2 packs from Thunderbolts. So got that on sale at Walmart.
Nice. I just got Hound, the transforms into a Jeep.
Yeah.
I think he's like 6.6 inch or something. And I have like 2 Captain Americas, but I need to get a figure. Mine are statues. I got like a little mini statue. It's like about like that. And I got the Todd McFarlane one he did.
Yeah.
It's for that cover right there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everybody got to go through a time period where they're like not doing it and they got to downsize. And
yeah.
But I guess eventually you come back. Sometimes it's kind of fun to start over, even though you sold a lot of stuff off. But
yeah, I mean, like for comic books right now, I don't buy a lot of the new stuff that comes out.
Yeah.
My 2 LCSs up here are very small companies. One is just a guy who's got like one room and he don't order a lot of new stuff. And then the other one is like it's a guy and his mother runs the shop during the day when he works, and they want you to get a box, and I don't want to do that anymore. So when you go in, you're lucky if you find a copy or 2 what's left.
Yeah.
That's why I've never been able to find that magazine yet. And no one around here does the blind bag. So
well, I had to specifically order it at my comic shop. But yeah, the thing about having a box, I have one, but I kind of get like you now. I don't know if I want to do that after Heroes Con. I've already considered like where I got my pull box of July. I've considered like just not getting anything after that for a while. Or it's like I want to keep reading G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And Transformers and a couple other things, but like, I mean, I'll probably keep a little Captain America, but like, I mean, as far as like, how it's kind of like you're keeping up everybody. I feel like sometimes we're keeping up with people. Like,
I don't try to keep up with anybody.
I used to feel like that, but also I feel like when we got YouTube channels, I feel like, well, I at least need to get number 1 or something just so I can like, make a video or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Sometimes I do that. But speaking of YouTube, when did you decide to start making videos and stuff like that and get on streams?
I'd say it was back when basically G.I. Joe five came out, another guy I knew on YouTube suggested just do it for fun. You're showing off what you got. You're archiving your collection, so you know what you got. And he goes, it's just fun.
Yeah.
I started, and I wasn't as consistent as I try to be now. It was like, because back then it was like, I'm married. I got an autistic son. I can't go out every week to go shopping
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And when I do go out, it's usually not for a long period of time. So, like back when I would go toy shopping, I'd only have like 2 or 3 hours. So you hit one or two spots, boom. Like Wednesdays, I can't go to the comic shop. I just
Yeah.
can't. Normally, my son has his occupational therapy, and my wife goes to a class in the afternoon. And it's like, so I either go Tuesday or Thursday. And lately, I've been hitting a lot of the antique shops, and that's where I get a lot of like 50-cent books, dollar books, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my thing right now is, I remember most of the stuff I had in my original collection, and I want that back. So when I find it, I get it.
That's kind of what I do. Like that's why I got back into getting the G.I. Joe comics. Same as you. And I got some pretty cool action reports from you a couple weeks ago. So, and I don't know. I'm like you with that. Like some of the toys, I got that's why I get some of the old, G.I. Joes. I like the new ones too because it reminds me of the old ones, like the classifieds. I love some of your videos. I saw a video where you had the Stalker one.
Yeah, Ross's. I've been hitting up Ross's probably about once a week. A lot of people were finding multiple copies at the Ross's. My problem is we have a mall right down the road from our Ross's and stuff like that, and I don't like to be rude or anything like that. But this guy, he owns a toy shop. But most of the stuff he has in his toy shop, he either got at Ollie's, Ross's, and then he does order some stuff, and then he buys from people. Very cheap.
Think mark it up, I guess. Then
Yeah, his Marvel Legends, the newer ones, he wants 35 a piece. Ain't no way. His new G.I. Joes, when he gets them, it's 35 a piece. Sorry.
I don't know how you can stay in business like that. I've just ordered them online if it was like that.
His shop's in a mall that's slowly dying, so the only thing going there is Boscov. So,
well, I don't know. That's a lot of things like that now. Like I learned how to do some pre-order and stuff from like Hasbro Pulse because these scalper guys, they'll get them and they'll pre-order like a whole case of stuff like from like McFarlane Toys, and then you'll go to try to they'll have them, and then you'll have to get them on secondary market for like $50 or something. And they were usually like $28.
Yeah.
Will says next figure he wants is Dr. Doom. Well, they have a Dr. Doom, I think, at my comic shop. If I have the money, I'll try to get it for you.
Yeah, I think the latest one they did, it was for the Fantastic Four re-release. It comes in. I don't even know what mine is. I see where my Fantastic Four are, but it came in a white box and it was a cardback figure. Then they had a white one in the Villain series not too long ago. I think about 3 years ago.
Well, they got an Emperor. I think an Emperor Doom out here recently. I think, but it's sold out.
Awesome.
And the last one I got. I think you saw it. I got that 2-pack with the Punisher and
Cap.
It's got Nick Fury in it. And the Gamerverse. I got the box in there somewhere. Oh, here's the box. I don't throw my boxes away. I get mine out and mess around with them, but I always keep my boxes. You know what I mean?
At this point, I'm just an inbox collector. I just the only thing I open right now is I got an addiction with these Transformer Blokies.
Oh yeah, like the one I got. Like here, you know what I discovered about this the other day that I didn't know? The cat knocked over my computer monitor, and my Transformer sitting on my computer. And when he knocked it over, it lit up. I realized you could do like this.
Oh yeah. I do the mini ones.
Okay.
You can get them at Walmart for like $5 a piece.
Oh,
But
cool.
they're blind boxes, so.
Oh, you don't know which one you're getting.
Yeah.
Well, I like that kind of thing with the blind box.
Yeah. I did a couple shorts. I think I have like 3 or 4 shorts up.
What does he post on Instagram? Yeah, well, I
got 2 more to go through, so just been dragging them out. They're a pain in the butt to put together, though.
Yeah, my LCS gave me that one probably because I've spent so much. They're probably just happy to see me coming. So I spent so much money because I let the box build up for like 3 weeks because they're like, I kind of had the same problem you had. I live in a small town, and I live in the Appalachian Mountains, and so we don't really have a comic shop near me, but like there's a bigger city 40 miles away.
Yeah.
So it's like 40 miles. It's like an hour each way, and I get to go like once a month, and I go there and pick up my stuff. He's going to customize. You're going to customize. Oh yeah, you're going to customize one of the roads, aren't you? Yeah.
Lately, I mean, it's been eBay and what I've been getting off Aaron and Jeff and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Well, it's and I don't know. I got a few things off you from that. We kind of are doing a little trade, and I got that mystery box. There's some pretty cool comics in there. I got so much stuff I ain't been able to get around to reading them yet. But well, you been reading anything good?
I am behind. I just finally sat down and read issue 2 of Thunder the Barbarian. So last night, I bought a Batman trade at Ollie's a while back that I haven't had a chance to read yet. I picked up a couple newer G.I. Joe stuff that I was reading the other day. And because what I do is normally if I buy the stuff at the antique shop, I always rebag and board it. And with the CLZ app, I just put it on there and then I go back and I read it. Now, if it's like a mini series, I want to wait till I get them all and then I read it all. But
yeah, I'll do that too. Like sometimes I'll pick up a number 1 just to like do a review video here lately, and then I'll be like, well, I like it, but I think I'll pick up a trade of it, like that Wonder Man. I read it, and I thought it was all right, but I don't know if I want to have to get every single issue when I can just like wait till it comes online, or I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like maybe I should wait on some things,
I have a hard time reading comic books online.
I don't like it. I don't really like to do it. I'd rather have the trade paperback.
Yeah.
And actually, John, he does a lot of Comics and Friends does a lot of collected stuff too, like that. So he could tell you it's sometimes it's easier because you got the one book, and you don't have to worry about pre-ordering all this stuff. You just wait till it comes out and read what you want to. I got so many trades too. I just showed you, like, that's just new stuff I haven't read.
Yeah.
I got like a pile of trade paperbacks I got that I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard to fit it in if you got other stuff going on,
Yeah.
You just kind of squeeze it in whenever you can.
Yeah. Normally when I sit down and read, it's late at night. When I'm done watching stuff on YouTube, stuff like that, my son's in bed, my wife's watching whatever she's watching on Discovery Plus, and I'm just sitting here going, mm-hmm. So that or early mornings before I got to get him up for school.
Be careful using a Sharpie if you're going to paint a figure with it, Will, because it might not stay on there like that. You know what I mean? It's so you might want to maybe get some like I always say some fine paintbrush. I wouldn't paint it, but this is me personally. But there's some videos you can watch on it, Will. Do you ever try to customize any figures like he's talking about?
No.
I'm afraid to touch.
I'm not that talented.
No, I'm not either. My mom, she I remember when I was a kid, we still have the chess set. She got all these like little figurines, like chess figures, like it had all the the pawns and the queen and the king and the rook and all that, and she hand painted them. Yeah, I could never do that. Like they're made out of plaster or something. I don't know, like whatever you get like at a craft art. It's like some kind of arts and crafts store. And she had like, I mean, like I'm talking like fine paintbrushes. So I can't. She got all that artistic talent. Really, I try to, but I'm not like her.
That's why I don't do models anymore. I mean, when I was younger, I tried to do models, and I did terrible with painting them.
So we kind of went over a little bit, but like, because you talked about Buck Rogers and we talked about Star Wars. What other movies did you watch growing up, or is like, what are your favorite? What's your favorite genre of movie?
Sci-fi action. When it comes to movies, I mean, like you got Predator. I'll go with the ones most of the people know. Predator, RoboCop, American Ninja. So many. I've been thinking about doing my DVD list for the channel too. I mean, I have so many movies downstairs, it ain't funny.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I just got, I got most of my DVDs from where they're still at my dad's house, and I'm getting back into getting more physical media because I just like it. Because what if someday they just decide, hey, we're not going to let you have that movie anymore? Or sometimes I'm like, hey, I feel like watching this movie, but it's not on Netflix or Disney Plus or Hulu or any of them.
Well, and Disney Plus is going to start doing what Warner HBO Max is. They're going to start rotating the Marvel movies and the Star Wars stuff sooner or later because they're going to run out of room. I mean, HBO Max, they do that now. I mean, you can't find all the DC movies on there now.
I think they took the Justice League Animated off there not long ago. Like they'll like loan it out to other streamers, right? Like you'll see it on another platform. I've seen that, or like the stuff that's not that popular, it sometimes goes to like Tubi.
Yeah,
you know, because I watched a couple on Tubi, But yeah, so I've been trying to get back into physical media as much as they're trying to like stop it all. I'm glad that comic books are still, you know what I mean? Like they're still, I don't know how long that's going to last, but you never know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, basically newspapers and magazines are pretty much dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Newspapers is down. You got to get all your news online.
Yeah. And you got to be careful where you get it at online.
Yep. Now, when it comes to watching stuff, man, I always like watching cartoons and stuff like that. That's my go-to stuff.
I still watch G.I. Joe and Transformers, and I really like all that Justice League Animated stuff that was in the 2000s. I was in high school. I was still watching like stuff on Saturday, like X-Men and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The Iron Man stuff was pretty cool back in the day. And it's kind of like, well, maybe it's kind of not as good now, but like still Spider-Man's good. I got the yeah, you're all right, Will.
I just watched that Fantastic Four series not too long ago. Was it the Marvel Action Hour or whatever it was?
Yeah,
Iron Man. Yeah,
we like Fantastic Four and Iron Man. It's like a Power Hour or whatever.
Yeah, Marvel Action Hour.
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah, because in the comic books they give you the little cell of the cartoons.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And I remember Pizza Hut had the X-Men comics. I still got some of them where you go to, or you can get videos. I got one of the I don't know where it's at, but I got a VHS.
Yeah.
But I got it at Pizza Hut or something, and it was like it had like 3 episodes of the X-Men series on it, or 2. Oh, was it 2? Okay, it was 2 or 3.
Yeah. And basically, what they did is the first season is broke it down into 2-episode series for the first 12 episodes. I think.
Yeah. Some of those are probably collector items now, you know, if you can find them. And also they had Conan the Adventurer. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah.
And Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is one of my favorites, even though it didn't last long.
Yeah.
I love Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. That was my jam. And Will, he mentioned Batman the animated series, and Batman Beyond was always fun.
Oh yeah.
And those are like some like I was saying, like the Justice League one and the Superman and the Batman animated. Those are rewatches for me. Have you ever watched Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah.
Man, they should have got rid of that one. That was like because I think because DC, as much as I'm a big Marvel super fan,
You're talking about the one where Captain America and Iron Man and Thor only make an appearance. Ant-Man's in charge, right?
no, that's the one in the '90s. There's another one in the 2000s.
Yeah.
That was right before. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about though, because it was only one season.
Yeah.
This one was two. I think it was like 2012.
Yeah.
It was before the Avengers movie came out. So they had. It was like very. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. You can get it on.
Oh, I've seen it. It's where they started out where they did the preview where one episode was Captain America, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Then they had the breakout.
Yeah, breakout. And you get like the old school like the bad guys in there like they had Graviton, which you never really hear from him anymore, but they had Graviton broke out of the raft, and then they had then they kind of build the Avengers up, and then they got rid of it, I think because one probably because Disney bought them, two because then they're like, well, the Avengers movie came out, and the Avengers in the movie are Black Widow and Hawkeye and all these, so we're going to make a cartoon that's more centered around that Avengers Tower instead of having Avengers Mansion and the old costumes. So they all had the newer updated costumes, and I didn't like it. I liked it, but I didn't like it. It's not as good as the one we're talking about. Definitely not. Because the superhero squad show was garbage. Yeah,
it wasn't that bad. It was funny at parts.
It was all right for what it was, I guess. You know.
Yeah. Well, trust me, they had the little figures and stuff you can get too.
I like remember they had a Spider-Man one in I guess the 2010s where Spider-Man's wanting to be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and he's working with Nick Fury. That one was pretty cool. And then like he had all his high school buddies were like Power Man and Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And
Nova.
and they all teamed up with him.
Yep. And
they had Agent Venom. Yeah, I thought there's a good one where Deadpool teams up with him. It's hilarious. And you ever see the speaking of Deadpool, that Hulk versus Wolverine cartoon movie? I'm going to review it on my channel one time. That's probably one of the best Marvel animated movies.
Yeah, what was it? Hulk versus Thor, Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah, it was like a Hulk versus 2-pack. Yeah. And man, I love that. I got one that what I got was like a big box set. It was like it had those Ultimate Avenger movies that they come out with that were animated, and the Young Avengers was in it, and then it had the Hulk versus one in it, all up together. And if anybody ever find that box set, highly recommend it. It's got a cool 45-minute documentary about the history. I know you like the Avengers, history of the Avengers, and they interview Mark Miller and George Perez and all those guys that worked on the Avengers, like and Kurt Busiek, and it's a really cool documentary. George Perez talks about how not a lot of the more established artists wanted to do a team book back when he started at Marvel because there's too many characters I have to draw. And he said, I love drawing characters. So I said, here, I'll volunteer to do it. So, and it got him some work. You didn't watch see Superhero Girl? I didn't see that one. I don't know if I've seen that one.
I think I've seen a couple episodes.
Batman animated series, no equal. Yeah, Miss Mars, the animated show, there is no equal to it. There's just no doubt. It's a good show. It's rewatchable. I actually won a Golden Globe once. The Harley Quinn show, Will, is good, but don't let your kids watch it. That's all I want to say.
No.
But
I still haven't seen Kite Man yet, but yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to watch the? I'm kind of excited about that Mr. Miracle series. I think that might be pretty cool.
That does look good. That sounds good.
Yeah, and I kind of like Another one I wouldn't let the kids watch, but it's pretty good for adults, was the Creature Commandos. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. I hope to do a season 2.
Yeah, I do too. Because I hope they do, because they left off on kind of a cliffhanger there at the end, I thought. But yeah, I really hate the way Peacemaker ended. I was wanting more. Like they said, that's the last season, though. I was like, man, I wanted another. Although I will say that's another show I wouldn't let no children watch for sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, if you're looking for family entertainment, don't watch that. But then they got the Lanterns that's coming out. I have to get HBO Max back. I don't know if you do it, but I'll ask you what you think. When you're at the streaming services, like I don't know if you subscribe to them or not, but do you kind of switch them out every now and then? Like I'll go to Disney for a while.
No, my wife.
My
wife won't let me turn them off. She just says, just keep them. Why switch them in and out? I mean, we got Apple TV because my son likes to watch Snoopy.
Oh, yeah.
They don't watch hardly anything on Apple Plus. I mean, we got it when that one movie, the Leonardo DiCaprio was doing, we wanted to see, and they were doing Napoleon at the same time. So we decided to get it. And we've had it since. And I couldn't stand either one of those movies.
I heard that Napoleon was really bad. Like
it was.
The Great bad. Like the Alexander the Great movie was pretty bad too. So I'm glad I kind of stay away from that. Now I kind of want to get the Apple TV because like Legion of Comics and a lot of these guys are talking about a show called Monarch with Kurt Russell on there. I need to watch that. It's got their dinosaurs, or I mean not dinosaurs, like Godzilla.
Kong. I watched season 1. I haven't started season 2 yet. So season 1 was excellent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I have to get it back because I had it once. I got it for like a couple of months, and I watched all of Ted Lasso, which I thought was a cute show. And then I just quit. But like there's another show I want to watch on there. With what's the guy's name? He was Ron Swanson on the Parks and Rec. Nick Offerman, and he plays like a retired professional wrestler, and his daughter's having a hard time financially in it, and it seems kind of interesting. So and then I heard that Shrinking one was pretty cool with Harrison Ford, but I go more for like sci-fi and comic book stuff though. Usually, like. Yeah. That's why I hold on to Disney Plus because of you got the Darth Maul show and the Daredevil show going on, and that I could watch Star Wars anytime I want. And of course, May the 4th be with you. May the 4th will be here in about a week, so I got to have it for that because I watched the original trilogy on May 4th. They almost turned into a holiday, Brian. What do you think?
Yeah, that and Free Comic Book Day coming up.
Yeah, we got 2 big things coming up the same week. So Free Comic Day will be Saturday on May the 2nd, and we got Star Wars Day on May 4th. So I'm looking forward to both of them. Yeah, I heard Severance was pretty good too. Hey, Tat's here. Hey, Tat. Yeah, we're just I'm singing here with my friend Brian. I got his if you look up in the chat here, we got his link, y'all. Sub him up. I'll put it back down here again. I'll drop it in the chat again if anybody wants to check out. He makes some pretty cool videos, and he's trying to get some more subscribers, get him to like at least a few more before the show's over with, and hopefully you can we're getting the ball rolling for 200. I hope. And you got Will's a fan, so. But yeah, I don't know. There's so much stuff now that you can't find something to watch. Then you don't like TV, I guess. But
yeah.
And like I don't know, do you watch Tubi a lot? I find myself watching that a lot because it's got a lot of old school '80s action movies I love.
Yeah. What was I watching? I was watching some sort of series a couple weeks ago. My wife's big into horror and stuff like that, so she'll go in there and she'll find something we haven't seen in a long time or something new, and we'll sit down and watch it at night.
There, you got a new subscriber right there.
Cool.
Well, the one I was telling you about, I think it was before the show. there was a movie called I watched today because you can get a lot of good stuff on YouTube too for free.
Yeah.
It was a 1988 film. It was Sidney Poitier hadn't done a film in 11 years at the time called Shoot to Kill. It's got Tom Berenger and Christy Alley in it, and what's his name? Clancy Brown's in it, and like he's a city cop, and he has to go to Washington to catch this guy that's a murderer and a jewel thief and a kidnapper, and so he goes up there, and Portier's not good at being in the mountains, right? Or he don't like being in nature, and Tom Berenger's an expert at it, and they got 2 more subs. There you go, and yeah, Pluto's good too, Missy Mars. But yeah, there's somebody like we were talking about earlier. You were talking about American Ninja.
Yeah.
Like me and you were around the same age, and like so when we grew up, the Ninja was a very hot thing. You know, we had Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3, The Domination, American Ninja, all those cool ninja movies. You know what I mean? And then the Kung Fu movies. So, were you much a fan of those as I was? It's okay if you aren't. I'm just. You know.
No, I like. I mean, I have most of the American Ninjas on DVD. I wish I had Ninja 3 The Domination. I have it on tape, but I don't have a VCR anymore to play it, so it's somewhere in a box. Because that one was a good one.
I love that movie. Yeah.
I mean, back when DVDs first came out, I mean, you could buy, because back then I worked at Walmart, you could buy sets where you get like imported ninja movies and martial arts movies. So, yeah.
Somebody mentioned me there. Sorry.
That's all right.
But yeah, I love that Ninja 3 The Domination. I just like, I mean, you know, I guess it's kind of like by the day standards, it's kind of like cheesy, but it's good. It's really good. And I can't remember her name, but she was in Jeff, you're in the chat. What's the girl's name from Ninja 3? The Domination. She was in Breaking Electric Boogaloo. Man, I always thought I had a crush on her. I never wanted to drink V8 before until I watched that movie, but if you know, guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? All right. But like, you know what's funny about that movie? I wanted your opinion on it because we were watching it. I think it might have been me and Jeff was watching it, or somebody I was reviewing it with, and like the guy, the police officer in it, he's kind of a gooner. You know what I mean? He's like kind of stalker. He follows her home. He's like kind of creepy acting. I'm like, dude, if you were a real police officer acting like that, they would have kicked out the force for harassing this poor old girl who was a witness to a crime.
Yeah.
Oh, me and Aaron and Jeff are going to Heroes. Just trying to set me up. They're just trying to set me up for the girl from like Conan the Barbarian. Because that's what's her name? Man, I like her too. She was in Red Sonja. I can't remember her name either right now.
Bridget Nielsen.
No, I like her, but like no, the one that was a Laria or Valeria. Her name was Sandal Bergman. Sandal Bergman was her name. Oh no, the twins. Oh yeah,
the Barbarians.
Barbarians. Yeah, she was a soap opera actress. Well, here, since Will said that, we'll play the clip. All right. See. What a laugh.
That brings back memories. I haven't seen that movie in ages.
No, it's a fun movie though. I mean, honestly, it's really fun to watch. I had a blast rewatching it. Like, and those guys did another movie where they were babysitters. Unfortunately, one of them, the brothers, has passed away. I think they lived in sort of New England area or somewhere. I think. But yeah, you had a lot of that movies where you had the guys that had the good physique, you know, like Lou Ferrigno or Arnold. And that's kind of how they got cast at first. But Arnold turned out to be pretty okay. Well, I mean, so did Lou, though. I got a soft spot for Lou, you know, because of the Incredible Hulk show.
Well, he was a good guy. I've seen him a couple times, met him a couple times. He's down to earth.
I heard he's really not. Yeah, I heard that about him. I heard that.
If you can get him away from his handlers, like if he goes to a big show, he has people with him. If he's at a small show, he's by himself. First time I met him, he had his daughter with him, and you got to look right at him when you're talking because he has hearing problems.
Yeah.
And I mean, you sit there, you talk to him, he'll talk to you all day long.
Well, I can imagine too, his daughter's probably protective of him because it's her dad, you know.
Yeah. But a couple years ago, we were at Steel City Con, and my son was just probably less than a year old. Oh, God, that was probably 8 years ago then. And we were up there, and we were just walking by, and he just got excited. So we walked over there, got another autograph, put it in his name, and Lou's like, "Oh, let me hold him. Let me hold him." And my wife just snapped a picture. The guy goes, "You got to pay for that." And Lou goes, "No, let it go, let it go." The guy goes, "Lou, she has to pay for it because she got a selfie with you." She didn't get a selfie with me. She got a picture of me holding a baby. Let it go. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, you'd think they would let it go, just a baby.
Yeah.
You know, he was just being nice. He was like, being cool because he is a sweetheart because he saw a baby, you know. Yeah, you got to let that one go. They got to let that one go. Some of them are pretty cool. That I think, but I remember a story somebody told me about meeting the late great Neil Adams, and his wife was his handler, and she kicked his buddy out of the line because he took a picture. He was like a few people back and took a picture or Neil Adams or videoed or something like him signing something. She didn't like that for some reason. But some of them are really cool. Like I met Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
And I said, "Can I get a picture with you?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "I was going to just go like this, and and he said, "No, hold on." He walked around the table and put his arm around me. I was like, "I'm surprised he do that after COVID like that." But he's like, I guess because I was in a wheelchair. He was like, "Oh, what's going? He's going to do it again." Tat's killing me over here. What happened with Heroes?
One of my past videos, when I did for Steel City Con, when I was doing my walkthrough and video and all that kind of stuff, I learned long ago if you're going to take video or pictures and where the stars are autographed, and do it fast because they like to stare at you like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah, I got to do it one more time. He said, "What comes after Heroes?" Well, I'll tell you, Tat. All right. Brian don't mind, I don't think.
No. I just watched that about 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
Oh, that movie's still awesome. That's one of my top 5 favorite sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Home is after Heroes. Yeah. Well, I think you live down there, don't you, Tate? Yeah, he lives in the. I'm looking forward to that, by the way. Well, you've been to a lot of cons. I know you got a lot of signatures. The other night you were showing us, weren't you, some stuff you got from some actors?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't really mean a lot, but I was supposed to meet. I kind of got bummed out because one time I went to a fan expo like 10 or 11 years ago. Actually, it might be longer than that by now. He's probably been gone longer than that. And Leonard Nimoy was supposed to appear, and he was sick. He didn't die or anything, but he couldn't make it. And so because that's who I was going to see, so I missed out on that. And then he passed away not long after that. I think he was in poor health.
Yeah.
I wanted to go see Shatner, but I hear he can be kind of temperamental.
At times, yeah. At times. He was just at Steel City this past April. Well, I guess about 2 weeks ago. And they said everything was pretty good. Leonard was my first convention period.
Really?
Yeah, up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It was the weekend before they started filming Star Trek 4.
Oh, okay.
Because he was there on Saturday. Mark Leonard was there on Sunday. He stayed. See, I went with a bunch of friends, so we didn't stay for autographs because the line was just ridiculous. But back then, the autograph cost you, I think, like $25.
Oh wow.
And I found out from another person that went that he stayed till everybody got an autograph. They had
Oh,
a,
that's
they
cool.
had a charter. They had to charter a private plane for him to get back because he had to be back there Sunday night for Monday morning for filming. So yeah,
And four, that's the one where they had the where they go back in time.
yeah,
I
get the
think,
whales.
I like that movie.
Yeah,
I thought that movie was really cool. And I also like the one where Undiscovered Country, where they go, they get put on trial,
mhm.
and Worf is their defense attorney. I
Yeah.
thought that I really like that movie. I like all of them though. I know, like, I mean, I don't like. There's some I don't like as much as I do the other ones, but like, I really honestly like all of them. The only show I never watched a lot of was Voyager and Enterprise, but other ones I
Oh
watched.
wow, Voyager I thought was pretty good. Enterprise wasn't too bad.
I didn't say they were bad. I just didn't watch.
Yeah.
I just didn't watch a lot of them.
My thing is when it comes to the later cast, a lot of them don't do cons as much.
Yeah.
So unless you go to the big one in Las Vegas, one day I'll go.
Heartbreaking moment for me. Conway was going to stay at Shag's place. Kevin Conroy was already announced to be there, so I was getting my Batman animated figure. Oh yeah,
And then he passed.
he got diagnosed with cancer, and then he was like gone pretty quickly. It was that was heartbreaking, and I think they caught it too late for what happened. But yeah, that is like if I'm reading a Batman comic. Hold on, so he passed away before he got. Oh yeah.
I got to see him when he was on stage and stuff like that and at a show, but standing in his line, oh, forget it. I don't like standing in long lines.
I don't either, but I guess I'm lucky because I got the last one because I had that power chair. But yeah, I don't like standing in lines at all. Like I didn't like sitting and waiting in it. Yeah, Missy Mars is right here, and so is Missy Mars said it. Well, what I was going to say before I started to read what Mr. Tater said there. When I read a Batman comic book, the voice in my head is Kevin Conroy's, 100%. And I also, when I'm the Joker, I hear, I love Heath Ledger, but I hear Mark Hamill's voice when the Joker's like talking. So Mark Hamill also was the voice of the Trickster on Justice League animated show.
Yeah.
And
then he also played him live.
Yeah, he played him live that live action show they had for a while.
Yeah.
I liked that show, man. It didn't last long. And I remember, you remember the Superboy show? Remember that one?
Yeah.
I didn't like the first guy that played Superboy as much as when they replaced him because I think he felt like, oh, I'm Superboy now. I can ask for on run. And they were like, no, we'll just get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
They got somebody else to do it. I liked him better though. And I don't know if you're a wrestling fan. I think you're a wrestling fan. There was an episode where he fought somebody in his dreams, and it was Lex Luger dressed as Superman. There's actual photo evidence that the Lex Luger in a Superman costume was when he was in WCW. Or no, he might have been in WWF by then. Yeah, he was also, that's right. Mark Hamill was the voice of the Hobgoblin on the Spider-Man animated show.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I looked that up one night. He totally was. And also, the guy I was talking about that was in that Sidney Poitier movie, Clancy Brown, who was the bad guy in the first Highlander film. He was the voice of Lex Luthor on that show, on the Justice League animated show, and the Superman animated show. And actually, that's another good guy. Had a good voice for Superman was Tim Daly. The guy that was on Wings. I always liked him as the voice of Superman a lot. And I can't remember the actor's name that does the Spider-Man voice, but he did Spider-Man's voice in a lot of cartoons. And so that's kind of like when I hear Peter Parker, I kind of hear that a little bit. But so are you excited about the Spider-Man movie as much as I am?
Yes.
Oh my God. I don't know. I think it's going to be good. I think like You know, as bad as like Marvel's been in a couple of movies, like look, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these people that like is eat hard to please. So like the Fantastic Four movie and Thunderbolts, I really like them. I'll be honest with you, I really like them. But I know a lot of people are looking at it like, oh, well, the numbers are down, and I would argue that's because of COVID and all that stuff that happened.
The numbers are down because people just don't want to go to the theaters anymore.
Exactly, that's what I say.
Because you wait a month or two, it's going to be on Disney Plus. It's not like the old days where you had to wait a year or two for it to come out.
Yeah, if Return of the Jedi, you were not. It was not coming out on video in 6 months.
No,
you were waiting 2 or 3 years.
So
especially for a big movie.
So basically, they just cut their own foot off. I mean, because people got used to the streaming, like for the Black Widow movie, which I'm sorry to say, I enjoyed.
I enjoyed it too. I thought it was good.
They didn't release it in theaters because of COVID. They put it on Disney Plus, and so they lost a lot of money on that. But like Fantastic Four came out in theater. I seen it in theater. What was it? Less than 3 months later, it was on Disney Plus, something like that.
Yeah.
People have patience.
Superman was like out quick. I remember like it was like it wasn't long, and it was going to. They were announcing it was going to have a Blu-ray DVD release, and then it was going to be released on streaming. And it was released on digital rental first.
Well, you think about it. You go to the movie theater, it's going to cost you what, $10, $12 for an evening seat. A little cheaper if you go during the day.
Yep.
$4 for a small soda. Probably $4, $5 for a small popcorn. If you want the collector's thing, because I was just watching a video with Pixel Dan where they showed him the new Castle Grayskull.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I mean, that's probably going to cost you $25 just to get that.
Maybe more.
And I mean,
the last one was like $80.
Yeah, on the secondary market. Yeah. But I mean, by the time you're done buying a ticket and getting down to sit down, you spent $40-$50.
Yeah, the thing is though, like the theaters I have around here, I don't know if it's like where you're at. I would have to go a great distance to go to a theater that actually had those popcorn buckets. We have like a theater that's $5, and the one I saw Superman at, they didn't have any of those buckets.
Mm-mm.
None of them. They weren't, because they're not related to like Cinemark or Regal or whatever, AMC.
Yeah, we have an AMC, and they didn't have anything.
But we don't. That's something what we got over there. But like, I do like the one we have though. We have one of those that's like you could eat at your chair, your seat, and they have they serve beer, and there's a bowling alley, an arcade, and a restaurant in there. And
that I'd enjoy. We don't have anything like that around here.
Yeah, and it's you know how much it costs us during the day to go see Superman? $5 each. So that was like, of course, you pay like a lot for the food, though. Obviously, you know how they're going to do the other, but you don't have to always eat.
Well, see, like the theaters themselves right now. Me and a friend of mine, we went to see Fantastic Four. It was the Saturday of opening weekend. Counting us two, I think there was 8 people in the theater. And we went to like a 3:00 showing on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was just nuts. Nobody there. Nobody wants to pay to go to the theater anymore. When you can wait 2 months and it's on streaming.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Like, you know, there's like a lot of pretty cool movies I'm interested in seeing, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, a couple of horror films. One was called The Backrooms. I think it was called The Passenger, and a few others like that. Master of the Universe. I think that's it. But I'm not going to go to the theater and watch them. I'm like, now the ones I'm going to make sure I go to the theater for, there's 3 of them. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Supergirl, and the Avengers Doomsday. Definitely going to see those 3 at the theater. But
this is going to bug people, but I am worried about the Supergirl movie. I don't know the actress very well. I don't know what else she's been in or anything like that. But to me, her look just does not fit Supergirl.
You don't think so?
No. I'm hoping the movie's good. because you're going to get Lobo, and so I will watch it. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater, but I'm hoping it's good. Masters, I will go see in theaters. Spider-Man and Avengers, absolutely. But other than that, I haven't really seen anything else.
That clay now this is another one right here though. Mando and Grogu. I might go see. Let's see here. Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And there's another movie I want to see, but I'm going to wait till streaming. Is Clayface. That sounds like it might be pretty cool. Yeah. And then we got the Lantern Show. So there's a lot of good comic book stuff coming out by the summer. You only watch the superhero movies in the theaters. So we'll be reviewing one soon. Next week, we'll be reviewing one of my favorite.
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine. Yeah. And tomorrow we're reviewing this. If anybody wants to, Brian, if you want to be a part of it, you're welcome to be there. 9 p.m.
Not a big fan of Rocky. Sorry.
Okay.
That'd be my wife's thing. She enjoyed Rocky 1 and 2. And I think we got every one of them on DVD, but
that's all right. Hey, we can't all agree on the same stuff all the time. It'd be awful boring if we did,
Yeah.
I do have before we go, I do have this coming up on the 3rd. So Sunday at 11 a.m. This guy's name's Ray Jamison. We'll be interviewing him. He's the creator of the Madcap. It's a Kickstarter coming out. So he's going to be back on my channel to tell us about the update on the campaign. If you like Dungeons and Dragons or like the Dork book that's out with some horror movie stuff in it, like zombie stuff, then and you like Dungeons and Dragons stuff, you might like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dungeon Crawler Carl kind of thing. So he'll be back. He's been on the show before. All right. Well, you messaged me. All right. Like the Warner Bros. Oh yeah, the TV show. Yeah, her name's Melissa Benoist. Yeah.
I enjoyed that show a lot.
And she was on Glee too. She was on that show Glee. And she's got a pretty good singing voice too.
Flash was on Glee too. The guy that did Flash.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good show. Although the one person on that show that got on my nerves was Vibe. He kind of got on my nerves, but other than that, the show was pretty good. You got Ernie. Was it? No, it wasn't Ernie Hudson. It was the guy that was on Law and Order was his dad.
Yeah.
Jesse L. Martin, I think his name or something.
He played the dad. Yeah.
Yep. Mom's over here yelling at the news. That's I can hear her. I don't watch the news anymore. It's too depressing. But all right, you got anything you want to shout out before we go?
I got a video coming out tomorrow with the pickup from Big Jeff, the trade we did. Video probably Monday will be Aaron, his pickup I got off him. So, and hopefully by then I'll make it to either Ollie's or someplace where I can pick up more stuff.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I need to go to Ollie's. I want to see if they got any old Omnis that for cheap. I'd like to get an Omni or like a trade paperback. Tony got one for like cheap there, Captain America.
Oh man, I'd have loved that. Yeah, normally when you see them there, they run either 34 or 39. And the only one I ever seen was the one Doctor Strange one, and then they had a She-Hulk, and that was it.
Yeah, the only one I ever saw was the Black Panther one, but it wasn't like if it had been like the Jungle Action Black Panther, I'd have got it. But it wasn't. I think it was like, I can't remember who it was, but it was like a newer one. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, we got the Rocky tomorrow. I don't want to keep you all night, man. I know you got stuff to do, but I know you guys. I know you like to watch, but it's okay. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. You like to watch. I like to say it like this. You like to watch, don't you, number one? All right. All right. But yeah, I want to appreciate y'all coming out. And like I said, to give them a sub. We had in the link in the chat a minute ago. I'll put it back here again. And I'd like to thank my guest, Brian, for being here. And he'll probably be back. If he's not busy, he'll probably be here Thursday if he ain't busy.
Thursday, we go at 7, right? I probably won't be here till about 8. My son's got a baseball game, so I'll be here.
Drop by anytime, you're always welcome.
Cool.
And so is everybody in the chat. Remember that. If anybody ever wants to come on, Tater, you've been showing up a lot here lately, and I appreciate it. So you're welcome on the show too. Just let me know. All right, guys. Well, we'll let y'all go. Until next time, Excelsior.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies.